Hello everyone, welcome to Africa's TV. My name is Mr Olanipekun. On the family matters, today we are talking about divorce. What is divorce? And what are the reasons that causes divorce in the society? Those are the things we want to do on today's edition under family matters. So I have somebody with me today that I want to share more light on it. Yes, I have somebody, like I said. So he's going to introduce himself. Please, sir, can you introduce yourself to the house?
Well, my name is Olanipekun Olamide Samuel. I am a pastor. I am also a lecturer in one of the higher institutions in Nigeria.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, like I said earlier, today's topic is on divorce. So please, sir, can you share more light on the issue of divorce? What is divorce?
Well, in my own definition, divorce is the discontinuation of the contract of marriage. So when one of the couple feels that the marriage is no longer workable, so the divorce comes in at that time when that person says, look, I don't want to continue in this marriage. That is divorce.
Okay. Are you not trying to tell us that unless marriage is under law or is based on law, marriage registry, all those things, that is when divorce can be involved? Or there is a mode of divorce in Christianity, in religion?
Well, in religion, in Christianity, where I belong to, we don't encourage divorce. But the Lord himself hates divorce. He does not like divorce. So I want to believe that divorce is not even a way out in marriage. We should think about other things to do, to make marriages work. How be it, we still have some situations whereby we allow people to separate, couples to separate for a period of time if there is anything like physical assault from any of the couple.
Okay, before you go deep into that, Yoruba says, "Oni ti o ba nidi, obìnrin kì í jẹ́ kó mọ́lẹ̀." But there is always an issue before there is a problem. So we believe that tí o bá ti sí nǹkan, kò lè sí wàhálà nínú marriage. So what are the signs or what are the causes of things that can lead to divorce in the marriage?
Oh, thank you very much. Honestly, there are many things that can lead to divorce, and I will give you examples of those things that can actually lead to divorce. In marriage, you see, marriage is like an institution where you work for the other person. So anytime when you are in marriage and there is an evidence of selfishness in that marriage, once one of the couple believes that it's at the mercy of the other one, whether one is doing one thing and the other one is working against the union, the marriage is bound to be threatened. Sometimes it could be in form of financial problem. Maybe, for example, if the woman is the one making money, bringing the money into the home, and the man is not really contributing anything, and the wife now feels that the man is using that money, maybe using it to do some things that are not really helping the marriage. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Could be involved in extramarital affairs, using the money, could be like squandering money and things like that. That could threaten the marriage and bring about divorce. Another thing that can bring about divorce is even sex in the home. When one feels that he is not satisfied, the other person is not satisfied, him or her. So that could also be a threat to marriage and could bring about divorce. Then unforgiveness is one of the things that I've seen as a pastor that actually leads to this divorce, because when your spouse wrongs you and you find it so difficult to forgive and let go and forget about it, you keep referring to it. When we refer to issues of the past, you are hurting the other person. It's like you are opening an old wound, and it will be difficult for it to heal. So there are lots of other things. Separation can also lead to divorce. Maybe distance. Maybe, for example, you have a husband and the husband is very far away from you, don't see very often. It could also lead to divorce. Other people could creep into the marriage, and then before you know it, your love will start diverting.
Okay, it is well. In the olden days, there are causes of divorce, but yet our family or our parents, they fight for what belongs to them. They fight for their home. They fight for the children. Those things that our parents can hold. Now, this generation, they refuse it. What is your own view on the upbringing of individual?
Yes, what I see to that is that, in those days, while people like us were growing, our mothers had virtues. They had virtues and they transferred the virtues into us, not only into their female children, also their male children. In those days, they would tell us, when you see elders, you prostrate and greet elders. There are things that you do where elders are talking. You don't stay there to listen to them. There are many things that we do. In those days, they taught us to wake up in the morning, sweep everywhere, and you pray, you greet the elders, you wash the plates, you cook without anybody telling you. But these days, people will wake up and start pressing phones. Then you keep on, running. So technology has really done us a lot of bad things. And even parents that are the time parents are supposed to use now to give their children good upbringing now, they don't have the time again, because the time has to be divided between, what the time they have to divide it between their work and social media and some other things. So these are some of the things that are that are making it very difficult for our children of nowadays to be well cultured. So children of nowadays, they don't have what we call long suffering again. They are not ready. They cannot stay with a partner. When they stay with a partner and they feel that this one is not having enough money, cannot take care of me, because of that covetousness, they will just move.
Okay. Let's use Osinachi, the songwriter Ekweme, as an example. Actually, we realized that she faced a lot of abuse, physical abuse before she died. And at the end of the day, we realized that it's not because she wanted to still stay in the marriage. She was afraid leaving the marriage because of what people will say, because of her role in the church. What is the role that church play in that kind of situation?
Let me start by saying that the issue of Osinachi was a very, very unfortunate incident. Actually, what we expect, let me talk as a pastor now, what we expect people going through that kind of marital abuse, what we expect from them is to open up to pastors. But in case of Osinachi, she did not open up, to the pastor. And then because, she was a twin. And then the twin sister, said that on several occasions that she would have loved to tell the pastor, but she kept on begging her not to expose the issue in the marriage and things like that. So what we expect from people is whenever they are going through abuse, they should seek for counseling, for counsel. They should look for a very good counselor, maybe their pastor that is experienced, to tell them what to do. And what we do in most cases is that once there is abuse, like that physical assault, we advise them to separate for a while, so that the person that is being assaulted will not just go and die and be wasted. So that is the situation, But in a situation where there is no communication between you and your pastor, involve people in your marriage. That's what we advise people to do these days. When you are going to a relationship, don't do a boju-boju relationship, hide and seek relationship. Do a relationship that you will involve your pastor. You involve your pastor. Let your pastor know what is going on from time to time. It's not as if they are prognosing, but they are there to make sure that to put your feet right, so that when you are erring, they will call you back. When you are doing something that is good, they will clap for you. And I think that is the way relationship works. Relationship does not work on its own. People work to make relationship work. And that is what I advise children of God to do. People who really don't want to suffer, the case of divorce.
Finally, what is the solution to the common divorce in the society? What is the advice to them? Like, this is what you should do. This is what you should do to protect the home, to make it grow, to reduce the rampage of divorce in the society.
Thank you very much. Number one thing I want to say is that, let's start doing what our parents did to us, giving us good upbringing. We need to have good upbringing for all these children that are coming up. We need to tell them, we need to be good examples to them, as parents, so that when they are growing up, they will know that, look, I'm going into marriage and my marriage must work. Another thing is that when you have a wife or you have an husband that there is nobody that can talk to that your husband, it's a very bad sign. When you have a husband that there is nobody that can talk to him that he will heed, it's a problem. You say, there is nobody. Some people will say there is nobody that can tell me anything. They will say, okay, go and talk to somebody that will be able to talk to him. Say, there is nobody. If you have somebody like that, that is a problem. And if you have a wife like that, that is also a problem. So you must know the kind of person you want to marry. And if you're a Christian, make sure that you are marrying somebody that has, the Spirit of God. Somebody who is born again. Somebody who is not given to the things of this world. Somebody that can stay with you when things are bad. I had my own experiences too. I may not be giving instances, but then I had my own experiences. At the time, that was nothing, but my wife remained with me. At the time, my wife had accidents and we were even cutting. She was in the hospital for several months, and what affected a lot of things, her face, her hand, whatever. But we still stayed together. Today, our marriage is past 16 years, and we are still growing stronger. So what I know is that we should give our children good upbringing. People should seek to know God, and then we should be good examples unto them. And then people should learn patience. Not everything that glitters is gold. People must know that there is no marriage that will not face one storm or the other. But it's a matter of time, it's a matter of time. The storm will come. But know that when you are in the storm, know that if you have God with you, you will weather the storm. The storm will soon be over. The storm will soon be over. It cannot go on like that. There is no marriage that will not have that bumpy part, and you must pass through it. Some people, they will get married, they will have money, they will have the wife, the husband will have good job, good business. But there will be no children. That does not call for divorce. They should stay together, stick together, and weather the storm together. There are people that will be no money, but they will just be together. That is not the time for you to start saying that you want to leave the marriage. No, because even if you go to another place, you will still meet some other kind of storm. That is it.
Thank you, sir, for joining us today. I believe next time we will call on you, you will surely answer me.
Of course.
Thank you very much,
It's
sir.
a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Yes, so this is where we call it a wrap on today's edition of Family Matters. I believe you gained 1 or 2 points from him. This is where we call it a wrap on today's show on Family Matters. Do have a lovely day. Bye.